Welcome back, guys. We're in the middles of the IC Winter Open Grand Final match between KGB and KGO. KGB took down Game 1 pretty convincingly, but KGO is not out of it yet. It is the best of 3.
I can't say that I wouldn't have put a little bit of a bet on them, but I'm not a gambling man, so that didn't happen, and I don't encourage you to gamble.
Gambling is can be an unhealthy habit. We are in the load screen. Let's see if there's any roster changes here. Okay, KGO instantly says, we need that Mecha Wonder Woman. Telekinetic's ultimate was tearing us apart last game. Let's get her on our side. Kai, though, is still sticking with Satana. And I think what they're deciding is, should African stick with Atomic Poison Ivy? Should she go with the more classic and standard choice of Batman for that jungle role? We'll have to wait and see. Of course, it does have another 45 seconds to make that final decision. Why don't you talk us through some of the stolen powers, though, that these players are picking?
Well, Kai, as the support, seems to always be going for the surveillance cameras, as well as GameSlave. Surveillance camera is really good to be taking to a lane. Make sure that you have it in both lanes, and since GameSlave seems to be laning with GS a lot, that's probably the best decision. And Kai, taking to the solo lane often, though it seems having a really tough time against 9, definitely at least needs to take that to ward himself from any jungle ganks that seem to be happening. But we also see all of the junglers are taking Consume. Atomic Green Lanterns consume for the most part, and then detonate.
10 seconds
but varying forms of detonate. Joker's detonate, which slows upon dealing damage, and Harley Quinn's detonate, funny enough, which deals, I believe, slightly more damage to the drones, and that's really good for taking the Raider at 15 minutes.
Absolutely, it's kind of like a spam fest. Once the Raider starts to get a little bit low, everyone just spams their consumes and detonates, tries to make sure they get the last hit, because the last hit is all that counts. KGB, again, the exact same lineup that they've been using in the past. It's been so successful for them. We do see 2 changes in KGO. African saying, Atomic Poison Ivy, I need to go for Wonder Woman. And I think that also Wonder Woman, I think, coincides really well with Mecha Wonder Woman that Jesus is playing now instead of Poison Ivy. So it's actually crazy. There's actually 3 champions. Both teams have Cyborg, Shazam, and Mecha Wonder Woman. But having 2 different champions, Zatanna versus Poison Ivy and Wonder Woman versus Batman, is a really big difference. Wonder Woman, maybe not the same aggressive power as Batman, but she has a shield similar to how Poison Ivy does, so she can support her teammates, and she has just an absolutely killer ultimate.
It's going to be 2 separate things. So Wonder Woman Prime has a much harder time clearing the jungle than somebody like Shazam or somebody like Batman, but her ganks are actually incredibly powerful as well as her protection. And once she gets her ultimate, she is one of the highest tier, in my opinion, because she can set up so well for those other ultimates. If she can coordinate with GS to lock down Telekinetic before Telekinetic can use his ult, or just grab him out of it, GS is going to be able to get a full ultimate on, well, at least Telekinetic, and that would be just as important to take him out. You know, as opposed to letting him wreak havoc on his entire team.
Wonder Woman also is just one of the tankiest characters in the game. You can see even at the start, this is the first time, or one of the first times I've seen someone not go with any health packs or Tectite vials, which is a combination of a health and a will pack. She's actually just going straight for the Medusa mask for health regen and the Marauder shield so she doesn't take as much damage to drone hits. And basically that's saying, Wonder Woman's so tough, I don't need to regen health. Medusa's mask will do it enough. And of course, Wonder Woman has that passive. If she gets low, she starts to regenerate quite quickly as well.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit differently than prior. We see that they're actually kind of meeting above the Doomsday device there. And I don't know. I don't know why they hang around there. That's just, it makes my stomach crawl.
Oh, they're actually using X-ray vision, taking out the camera from KGO's side. KGB takes out 2 cameras. That's actually really nice. KGO is going to have to replace those or suffer a lack of vision.
I don't know that they even necessarily need that. Because of the whole Robin surveillance cameras, they're kind of free to just place them whenever they want to.
Robin surveillance camera is a special stolen power. You get 5 surveillance cameras instead of the standard 3. So it's often taken just because of the fact that if your surveillance cameras get sniped, you want to be able to replace them quite quickly. Oh, G's getting very low. And you know, she's not laning with a Poison Ivy. She's laning with Game Save Cyborg, which means yes, there's a lot of damage output, but how does G's really heal up very effectively?
Wow, that is, I can't believe that GS is still hanging around with his health that low. And this is very similar to what we saw before. In fact, same people, same matchup, and the same sort of aggression, even from the get-go, level 1. I don't know. I think that KGO is going to need to rely on this top lane battle, considering Kai is against 9 again, and it didn't go too well last time, so I don't imagine it's going to go too well for Kai this time.
Yeah, I mean, GameSave is putting out a lot of damage. Both Platypus and Telekinetic are being pushed back, and that's the nature. You know, Poison Ivy is great with sustain, but just initial damage, putting damage on champions, not quite as strong as either Mecha Wonder Woman or Cyborg.
Absolutely. And while we're waiting for that first kill, which is going to go to somebody in the top lane, oh, is it going to happen? Just one more right click would have secured that kill on GS. I don't think you should stay around. Go back, GS. No. Bad GS. You don't want
bold.
this.
He's bold. He's staying there saying, you know what? Maybe I'll be bait. GameSave might be able to pick up a kill. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti. Oh, that camera, though. Very important. Without that camera, GS could have been vulnerable to a Spaghetti snipe.
And real quick, I'd just like to point out to anybody who's interested in Infinite Crisis or interested in getting a Founders Pack, which comes with $100 worth of content, just type it in there on the screen. Be quick about it because surely somebody else is going to be typing it in as well.
Meanwhile, at the bottom, oh, looks like E is trying to come in to support Kai against 9. But again, 9, you can tell, has been pushing in lane, doing a great job as Cyborg in that solo lane against Zatanna. You can see here, 9. He's up to almost 1,400 credits. Kai, about 100 credits behind. That's just kind of the nature of Zatanna against a really skilled Cyborg player. GameSave getting low. Poison Ivy hits him up, but a nice heal by G's. Of course, that was a stolen power G's took. What was it? Healing Wave.
I don't know that this is okay in the top lane here. I almost don't even want to look. It's just really terrible. KGO hanging around with such low health, but Telekinetic, I can't even see the red in his health bar with how low he is.
It's getting there now. It's slowly coming back.
But check it out, he's got Arcane Green Lantern's Healing Wave as well as Doomsday's Invulnerability. So he's just baiting so hard. He is relying on his own ability to react to any of the damage that comes at him.
And that's the confidence that the players from KGB have, knowing that they're actually the undefeated team in every single tournament so far. They haven't yet lost a map. And it's because, in part, that they actually can pull off moves like that. Stay around at almost no life and say, you know what? If he tries to attack me, I'll use my stolen power to give myself enough health to take 2 or 3 more hits. And in that time, we can grab the kill.
And once again, 9 just showing Kai that a marksman versus a support is a really, really tough lane. But Kai is, you know, he's stalwart. He's going, this is a tough matchup, and this is exactly why I like to play it. He wants to be the hero, and I can't blame him for that. I would probably do the exact same thing. I bet his team's like, you know, you could be somebody that like could actually deal damage to him, and Kai's like, no man, I got this.
No, Zatanna all the way. Mistress of Magic going at it. Platypus trying to be sneaky. Now Telekinetic is joining him.
Good thing that Telekinetic went back. I think even he decided it's probably not worth it to stick around with health this low.
So here's the question. Now everyone's at full life here. How long will that last before the blood starts flowing and it starts trading damage? You can see already how aggressive these players are trying to be.
Yeah, with these 4, I don't imagine that they're going to have their health for much longer. But that's what's really so fun about Infinite Crisis as a MOBA is there's very rarely just like nothing going on because everybody's constantly dealing damage to one another.
Yeah, you're not just humming to yourself and lasting drones all day. It's action-packed, getting kills, putting on damage, forcing your opponents out of the lane. And actually, one of the coolest things about this game is when a drone dies and it wasn't last hit by a player, credits drop on the ground. And whatever team killed that drone, their players can pick up those credits. The other team can step on them to deny the credits. So really controlling the space around the drones is also very important.
I don't know that this is... It's an interesting lane matchup, and before I had said that I thought Cyborg was a little bit more powerful, but I think that we find that it's going really evenly, and there's not been a lot of KGO presence. Though Spaghetti seems to have popped it there a couple times. Once again, you see him with level 6 and already lurking around here. And KGO learned their lesson from last time. They're like, yeah, we're going to stick around this little turret up here. That's going to keep us safe.
You know, one thing about Cyborg is he's often so strong, but I think Poison Ivy is a great counter to him in lane play just because of the ability to use the Kiss spell to reduce the attack damage, which is what Cyborg relies on.
And I did make a comment early on about the fact that Wonder Woman is kind of a slow jungler, but she's level 6 as well, so she knows exactly where to go in terms of camps. So her ultimate, once she decides to use it, is going to be really powerful. She might go in before Mecha Wonder Woman gets her ult, but I think if she waits until Mecha Wonder Woman gets her ultimate, that they can do a devastating combo in that top lane.
We'll have to see if Aiyachi's going to wait for them. You know, at the bottom, it looks like Blue Freeze joining the action here. Kai, very low, but still in the mix, trying to pick off kills with the basically the sword ability as much as you can.
I think that we're seeing so much jungle presence on KGB's side, and that might be what is truly giving them the edge, and not even so much their champions.
Here, telekinetic, trying to use that bait, was about to go down, pulled out the healing wave to survive that last shot from GameSlave. Now forced back though. And you know what? This tower could take a beating. There's no one nearby to help it out. But the question is, does KGO want to put damage on a tower, or do they want to go back and try to battle for the Raider?
I think the Raider is probably the more important thing, just because there's going to be so many people down there. They're deciding to keep a couple in the top lane as well, so it looks like KGO is going to be at a disadvantage against KGB, and KGB's already established a positioning here.
Well, if KGO can distract KGB long enough to get G's back in the picture, then it'll be a 4-on-4, and already Blue Freeze takes a lot of damage, goes down. A great ultimate from African. Spaghetti taking massive damage as well. A 3-on-4, but KGO is trying to make it work. Spaghetti goes down. Now G's is in the picture. And wow, KGO, some great play out there. And Ease is showing his skill with Shazam now, moving around the battlefield and trying to pick up kill after kill.
Wow, that was an excellent, excellent play on KGO's part. They totally forced them away from that. I think they just need to disengage. They just need to disengage, get that Raider, leave, and they have established a lot of dominance really early on.
Well, I can't believe Ease survived that. A great heal wave by, I forget who was it on the team that used that, but just barely able to keep him alive. 9 trying to contest the Raider, realizing, you know what? I'm just a lonely... Oh no! Ease dies to the Cyborg. And now, Blue Freeze picks up the kill on the Raider. The whole game turns around. KGB gets the Raider killed. And Blue Freeze picks up a kill as well there.
Wow.
KGO looks so great, and then the Raider just said, you know what? I'm just going to kill all you.
So that was that was the dance of death right there.
Yeah.
They got those kills, and then they were like, let's get even more. But if they peeled off just a little bit earlier, they might have been able to just get that Raider. And they needed to trade aggro. They needed Ease to get out of there before he went down to the Raider, because they could have used his consume.
They absolutely could have. That was such a shame there. I mean, it's so great. Now they're actually behind by 1,000 credits. The Raider kill was just a dramatic effect there. The Blue Freeze pretty much took that kill from one of their hands of KGO. But you know, they still have to say, yeah, it turned bad. We proved that in a 3-on-4, because it was a 3-on-4 at the bottom for a while there, G's was still trying to enter the picture. We actually did really well against him. So we can hang with KGB in a team fight situation.
Yeah, and that's really what this game is all about. Once you get into that team fight, it all comes down to being able to focus. And I think that they were just so bloodthirsty after they secured those kills that they thought, well, why not just get them all and then be safe in the Raider? But it ended up being what cost them it.
You know, what was so key there, I think, was African's ultimate. Wonder Woman's ultimate, for these guys who haven't played as much, is basically a taunt. It pulls anyone within close range to her. They're forced to come up next to her. They're forced to use their attacks against her for a couple seconds. They take a little bit of damage, but the main thing is it grabs everyone on the opposing team nearby, forces them onto Wonder Woman. There you see it right now, only working on Platypus. Meanwhile, Spaghetti grabs the kill on G's. Ease takes the revenge kill. And basically, even trade, I would say.
They trade 1-for-1. It was definitely unfortunate for Juice because he died before he was even able to use his ultimate. And I think if he were able to stay alive longer, if Spaghetti had allowed him to, he would have been able to turn that fight around.
Well, we'll see what's going on. Now it's an interesting... Wonder Woman in the lane is always kind of an interesting character. Of course, a melee champion. No real ability to poke at other players. Oh, the ultimate almost takes down GameSlave. But African with the lasso stops the ultimate. Trying to take on telekinetic, that's a disadvantage of Wonder Woman. Can't quite finish a job. Such a tanky character, but now Jeez is in a situation. Can he pick up the telekinetic? Platypus jumps in front and cancels the ultimate. Wow, great moves by Platypus there.
That seemed like it was just really unfortunate for GS. Did not anticipate the Q by Platypus, but he just noped him so hard. He might die for it. I think there's a little bit of rage over here for KGO.
Wow, is he going to stay alive? Platypus. Oh no! African goes down to the tower, so Platypus able to make a play there. Meanwhile, at the bottom, Kai's in full retreat here, as of course KGB had less people on the top, means they have more on the bottom, able to pick up that tower kill.
Yep, once again we're seeing KGB display their complete domination over the entire map. The power relay is taken on their side, and of course you don't even really need to, when it's one power relay versus one power relay, both of you are dealing more damage to drones, so they kind of cancel one another out. It really comes down to once you can get one more power relay. But at this point in time, you can't get another relay unless they were to go for the Doomsday device. But it seems like they just kind of need to stick to lanes and make sure that they're able to fight. Telekinetic is just 1v2ing these here in the top lane. I'm
a little surprised he was doing that because he was taking 2 shots every time he went in to do 1. And I mean, it kind of worked out just because Jeez was so low on life throughout that situation. But GameSlave does have the edge on him now. A little bit more life. Is GameSlave going to be aggressive? Oh no, now it's Platypus in there. GameSlave's got to be careful. Spaghetti's in there as well. Can Game Save escape? No, it's a 4-on-1 and he goes down fast.
That's really sad for Game Save. There's a little cyborg running around. I actually wrote a haiku about poor cyborg getting one shot by Shazam, and that's
Can
pretty
Wonder Woman
much
use her
what
ultimate
happened.
here?
I don't know. I'm sure she could, but unless... Oh, that's an excellent play. Shazam and Wonder Woman ultimate onto each other, able to pick up that kill on Blue Freeze. But Wonder Woman goes down to telekinetic. Do they really want to pursue this right now with no ultimate?
They do. Jeez is there. They're also low. Jeez should be able to pick up a couple against her. No, telekinetic, a great ultimate. Turns that around. And wow, I thought Jeez could pick up a bunch of kills there.
His ultimate was not up.
Yeah, it wasn't quite up, and I guess Mecha Wonder Woman doesn't quite have that insane damage output without the ultimate. Maybe Kai's gonna try to pick up a kill here. Looking for Spaghetti or someone. Can't quite find him. Gonna duel Platypus. Spaghetti's gonna go on back home.
So Zatanna has a lot of really great harass with her EQ combo, but you have to be really skilled to be able to hit it against players that are really skilled. And I think that you can anticipate what she's going to want to do with that skewer, so it's going to be really tough for her to be able to deal the same amount of damage, but of course still perfectly capable of doing it. Waited for that shield to go down and just cut right through it. That was an excellent play by Kai, and it's going to give her that top turret.
Oh, is she going to... I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. Cut it pretty close, though. 1 or 2 more shots, it would have been bad. Raider should be coming up a second time fairly soon. Telekinetic, a little bit bold. Game Save's in hot pursuit. Will he overextend, though? It's Batman coming in from behind. Game Save again going for Telekinetic, but now Spaghetti's in the picture. Game Save does not get the kill, and Spaghetti is... Oh, well, Blue Freeze might come in and actually kind of steal the kill there a little bit. There's no way Cyborg was getting away, but Blue Freeze is like, Batman deserves the kill.
Wow, and with Raider number 2 up and only a Mecha Wonder Woman here, well, slowly the rest of the team is coming over.
Oh,
KGO
she can set up a great ultimate. Is she going to do it? She's going for it. The Raider does go down, but that was... ultimate didn't do quite as much as I thought it would, and KGO is actually forced back.
Yeah, and KGB was able to pick up that kill on the Raider, and now they're down a Mecha Wonder Woman ult, so they also can't really go head-to-head in a battle. So right now, they need to focus on the relays coming back up. They have about another minute, a little bit over a minute until the 3rd relay is up, but they need to at least get 1 if they don't want to get crushed.
We'll see if they can at least take their own relay. That's coming up right now. Kai is just spamming her abilities like crazy. She must have some cooldown reduction going in here. You have Marauder's Ring level 4. A lot of power damage here from Kai. Going for that will regen as well to make sure she can continue to basically spam abilities. And that's what Zatanna wants to do. She's kind of worthless without her skills, so it's all about keeping that will high so you can continue to use her skills throughout the engagement.
Yeah, that's the nature of those that rely on power damage. The bread and butter of their kit is their skills, whereas with somebody like 9 as a marksman is all basic attacks, and you can't basic attack when you're a bunny. I don't think you're going to live through this, 9, but you might be able to take somebody with you. Wow.
Oh, he gets away.
Wow.
Kai almost goes down the turret. Game Slave decides to go for a turret instead of pursuing. Meanwhile, African, a great ultimate, pulls in Telekinetic, securing the kill. And you know, throughout this game, African has done a great job with her ultimates. So it's Wonder Woman ultimates have, every single one has hit solid. But there's Shazam.
Wow.
Can Game Save run or should he? I guess he has to run, huh? It's
Yeah.
Shazam.
Yeah, exactly. It's Shazam. You answered your own question.
Sometimes I feel like he was a level ahead, right? You know, maybe he could turn around and fight that, but...
Nope, Shazam.
Nope, Shazam. That's kind of how it works. Of course, there's a Shazam on the KGO side as well, being played by Yeez. They're going to fight over this top power relay. Blue Freeze... Uh-oh, Jeez has got to be so careful. Blue Freeze could almost one-shot her. 2-on-1 now. Platypus taking damage. Jeez wants to get in the fight, but Batman's all over him. Oh, but now there's the support. Jetting away. Now it's Batman in a little bit of a trouble. Shazam's on him. Uses the second thing of his ultimate. Shazam ultimates, takes down Blue Freeze in a matter of seconds. And now 9 is surrounded on all sides.
Yep, they were able to take out Platypus, or rather, Platypus was able to take out the other one. So this is not going to be good. Telekinetic, always with that ultimate, able to just snipe someone from so far away. They didn't even have Spaghetti in that fight. He's just pushing on that bottom turret while all of this action is happening up here.
That's right, Spaghetti and Kai kind of having a duel at the bottom. Oh, Telekinetic picks up another kill. Telekinetic is out of control, but can Spaghetti get away from Zatanna? Oh, he jukes her in the bushes, misses both their skills, now in hot pursuit, but is that enough? Can he get away? What's the cooldown on her dash? Can she, oh, she's using it. She's gonna try to run him down. No one is nearby to support.
Oh, nice combo, and that was actually blind because he was in the stealth pad by then. That was really good. We see that Kai definitely is a mean Zatanna. We can definitely justify why he decides to play her.
Kai is level 13, the highest level of any character in this game. Just doing a great job, of course, doing very well in the solo lane for quite a long time. Telekinetic, though, has got to have some insane resources. 7,500 credits, okay. Definitely ahead of anyone on KGO, and that's just because he's picked up so many kills.
Already some action going on here. 2 of the KGB members, the dynamic duo that we have in the top lane, were going for that destroyer camp there, but they were like, meh, it looks like the whole entire team is there. Maybe you shouldn't pick that up.
You know, this combo of Platypus and Telekinetic is such a powerful combination. They just work so well together. I think this is maybe one of the backbones of the team, is just the way Telekinetic and Platypus can lane together so well.
It's true, but you know, they all seem to have such individual strength. 9 against Kai has always held his own. Blue Freeze coming in there. It seems like he exists to just try and steal kills from Spaghetti, but it works because he is so good at disrupting.
He secures all the kills.
Yeah, and Spaghetti, even if he wasn't playing Shazam, I guarantee you he'd be playing another jungler and dominating just as hard.
Okay, looks like some of the G's is heading back. Game Slave saying, I don't know what to do right now. I'm just going to take one of these camps in the jungle. Everyone's kind of unsure of exactly what to do right now. They're all just trying to stay safe. Objectives are coming up fairly soon, and the question is, when the KGO power relays unlock, coming very soon, will KGB try to make a move and take over that relay?
I'm going to say yes.
It would be a great move if they could take down that relay. While we're waiting to see if they're going for it, there is another Elite Founders pack key there on the screen. Type it in first, and you will get that Elite Founders pack, champions, costumes, and of course, early access to the tri-lane map.
I think that they might relinquish, initially they might relinquish the power of relay and then grab the Doomsday device to take it out. Or they might just rely on KGO coming in to try and contest anybody going for the Doomsday device for the relay and wipe them all and take the objective, because I don't know if KGO can fight KGB right now. African's going to need to get in there and use his ultimate in the ideal way, hopefully catch Telekinetic, because he's going to be the guy to get.
African's trying to flank. Is this a good idea or not? African coming around back, Blue Freeze catches him, he's going in. He's looking for that ultimate, he lasso misses. Can he find the ultimate? Taking a lot of damage. Now uses the ultimate, but goes down so fast. But a great ultimate still from G's. And a combination of G's and E's takes down Telekinetic and Spaghetti. And now it's up to Kai to cover the retreat of E's.
I think that might have been a little bit of tunnel vision for Telekinetic right there. They were able to take him out, but they took out Blue Freeze as well. It seems like they actually might secure this.
Oh, Nine's in trouble. And look at that. Kai is a machine with this Atana.
Platypus, you gonna? I don't know if Platypus is gonna get out of here.
You can't run from Zatanna, right? Because she can just go fast.
No, she gotta
there
go.
Goes the sparkles on the legs go on, and look at her run. Oh, she misses the combo that time, though.
Oh, yeah, but the rest of KGO is coming up to meet Platypus. Oh, and she still gets it without any assist from her team. Just throws that skewer. Thanks for the kill.
Wow, look at that. 5 kills, 1 death from Kai. 8,500 credits. The richest player currently in the game. Telekinetic close on her heels, though.
Wow, I can't believe Kai is essentially the backbone of this team. And we keep saying, wow, maybe you shouldn't pick Zatanna. She's not dealing as much damage, but clearly she's perfectly capable of it. She just needs the team to be able to set her up.
You know, what items is Kai building? Okay, the Marauder's Ring level 4, that's a great item just to help clear drones, and of course the power damage is insane on that, and cooldown reduction. Abinsur's Lantern, so you can continually spam the abilities, and then the Star Heart to really power through that damage. Uh-oh, Telekinetic, what are you doing? Out alone, and that's not going to work. Picks up a kill with the ultimate.
not without blood for blood there.
Wow, I'm surprised Game Slave actually went in there because they didn't need him to get the kill.
Look at KGO. They are going to secure this relay.
They are. This is a big move taking the top relay. Platypus could be in trouble here. No, E's backs away a little bit scared. No, Nine's in the picture too. Wants to make sure his teammates secure the relay before he goes in. But now it's Kai. Platypus is surrounded. And look how fast she goes down. So much power damage from G's and Kai.
Wow, Kai is literally carrying.
Oh, the lasso misses, but they may run him down as well. E's and G's take the kill. Blue Freeze going down as well. Kai just dished out so much damage with Zatanna right here.
KGO, where did you come from? You just decided to put your tryhard pants on, and they're just giving them so much opposition. I think KGB is like, what is happening right now? Yeah,
this game has really turned around. Now, KGB is still ahead in global credits 5 by 3K, but they are down 2 power relays to 1. Game Save, I think, was checking on the Raider, but Spaghetti picked that up just a minute ago. So it's an intensely close game right now. KGB ahead in credits, KGO a little bit ahead in kills, actually. You know, I mean, you don't know who's going to win this one right now. It's just so back and forth.
I think that there might be a fight for the Doomsday device pretty soon, and that might be the deciding factor for the way the game's going to take place from now on. KGO has shown that they really do deserve to be in these finals. They are the ones that can take KGB down.
We're going to see if Kai and his Zatanna combos is going to continue to wreak havoc on the KGB team. G has gotten off a lot of great ultimates as well. African is the key to the team. A lot of great plays from everyone in this game. It's incredible going on right here. And like you said, cameras being placed around to keep an eye on that Doomsday device. And it's so dangerous to try to take it, though, because if you're in the middle of taking it, you're taking damage from it. It's basically a giant turret. It really hurts. And if you get basically ganked by the opposing team while going for that Doomsday device, bad things can happen.
And I'm thinking that KGO is aggressively positioning themselves in anticipation of this Doomsday device. KGB doesn't really have
they see Spaghetti.
Choice.
Oh, not going to quite commit. Ease hanging back a bit, but Telekinetic uses Afterburners. Platypus has no way to escape. Platypus goes down very quickly. The last one was Telekinetic. The ultimate brings him into taunt mode. He's going to go down as well. And, you know, what happened there is KGO had all the cameras. They saw that KGB's entire roster wasn't there, and they pounced on opportunity to get that 5-on-3, picked up 2 kills, and now they have the manpower to probably take down a Doomsday device.
And that's really what they've been needed. That's what every team needs to do against KGB. KGB, they split their resources, and they're not necessarily patient when it comes to pushing the game. They're so aggressive. They only had 3 in the top lane, so they let all of that happen. That was their own mistake, and it was KGO's ability to know. And they're going to be able to pick up this relay as well, unless Telekinetic can spawn in time, but I'm finding that highly unlikely.
They're going straight for the relay, knowing they want to get it before Telekinetic gets back in the picture. Blue Freeze is going to try to contest it. Oh, Spaghetti with the massive ultimate, but geez, turns around the ultimate of his own. Nine's charging in there. Is that a good idea, Cyborg? He's actually kiting backwards very well. Ease is still alive somehow, even when behind enemy lines. Oh, great ultimate from Telekinetic. Just annihilates the team.
Oh, and they stayed a little bit too long. So they might have actually been a little bit too aggressive there. Since it's kind of still early in the game, just kind of past the 20-minute mark, the respawn timers were really low. It seemed like Telekinetic died and then immediately was alive again, and they killed him so quickly. They should have tried to let him use his ult and then have killed him, but since they let that happen, they just got decimated.
Yeah, I mean, it was a quadra kill or a pentakill, but it basically took out the entire team. Of course, they were hurt from Spaghetti's ultimate, pretty much hit them all earlier in that engagement. They were all low, but Telekinetic is now level 15. He probably has an insane amount of credits, over 10,000. He's going to be a scary champion to run up against. Oh, he's getting his blue scarab up. And the crazy thing about Mecha Wonder Woman, we talk about how her basic attack, you know, isn't the same as like Cyborg's. And it's all about the ultimate, all about the glaive throw. But once you get that blue scarab all the way to level 3, even your basic attacks start to get pretty insane with Mecha Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she's a marksman in the sense that she stays at the edge of the fight and deals a lot of damage, but her damage is essentially all power damage. At least that's what her ratios kind of deign.
A lot of power damage on the basic attack, a lot in those ultimates. Game save coming around the back. Kai's in the picture as well. Watch for those combos. Hits one on Batman, takes away half his life, and he's a tanky character. That is a dangerous Zatanna.
This is a rare thing to see. KGB kind of scared to go in.
An ultimate from African distracts a lot of the KGB team. Spaghetti goes down in rabbit form, but now a great ultimate from Telekinetic takes down 2 or 3, or was that 4 he took down?
I think it was 4.
Wait, didn't he just use his ultimate?
Yes. Oh, it looks like he only got 3. He did use his ultimate. Let's check out his items. Maybe he has some cooldown reduction, or maybe it just was we were just so engaged in the action that we couldn't even tell. Yeah, he got Dr. Destiny James on 20% cooldown reduction. Blue Freeze goes down too. KGO was like, nah, you're not getting that relay. But once again, it's still turned in KGB's favor with 2 of the relays down, and Ease cannot even protect it because they're making that aggressive play. So these 3 relays are going back to KGB's. This is an incredible back and forth between the members of Clever Gaming.
But with this 3-0 power relay advantage, KGB should be able to take down at least 1 turret, if not 2, because having strong drones on both lanes means you can do something just like push one lane really hard with all 5 of your team, and all you have to do is just keep the other team there, and the drones will actually kill the turrets on the other lane.
Yep.
So having 3-0 power relays is a huge advantage. This top relay is going to go down pretty soon. KGB's backing away to kind of recollect themselves. So they'll take the Raiders back up again. It's Spaghetti versus Game Slave. Oh, Spaghetti sees it being hit. Oh, he goes and Shazam's on Game Slave. That's the power of Shazam, taking out instantly. African gets the kill on the Raider using either consume or detonate, but he goes down as well, and a great move by the KGB players.
Yeah, I don't know what KGO can do in this situation. They need to fall back. They need to defend immediately because KGB knows that they're in the position to just push and push aggressively right now.
I mean, this turret's going to go down, but what KGO can do is, you know, once all their teammates come back up, oh, Kai's in trouble. Ease has got to get out there as well. Actually, wait, can Kai fight Telekinetic? No, the ultimate does take down Kai, but Telekinetic is in danger. Ease is right on him. Poison Ivy there with support, though, and that's Platypus always in the right place at the right time. And how is Telekinetic so bold?
Wow.
Finally goes down. Jeez gets the kill, but Telekinetic did his damage there for sure.
Yeah, that was really excellent support on Platypus's part. He dropped that healing right beneath Telekinetic as well as held in that shield, so he was able to take out 2 before he went down. I don't know if it was really necessary to kill them. They probably just could have done some damage to the power core turrets, but it was a flashy play.
So basically, Platypus is building cooldown reduction, will not actually too much power damage, just playing the real support character, trying to be tanky and get that cooldown reduction so she can spam her abilities as much as possible.
Yeah, supports now have the option to either build power damage and have their damaging abilities deal more damage, or to build will and have their healing and supportive abilities be more effective. So a Poison Ivy that's going will is definitely minded on support and not dealing damage. So her passive and her shield are both going to be way more powerful than they would be if she decided to build the aggressive route.
The counter to that is what we see with Kai doing right now. Zatanna, she hasn't really been using the shield. She's been using it aggressively, land those combos and building pure power damage, and we've seen it's been effective as well. So there's a lot of ways to play this game.
Another Doomsday device might take place, and if KGB gets it, they can probably use it to just siege and siege in the enemy base. GS is going back. If he's not there to help contest that Doomsday device, I don't know that KGO is gonna have any hope.
Well, KGB doesn't know that he's back yet, so they're being a little bit cautious right now. Now they're coming up along the left side, but Platypus is a little bit behind. You gotta wait up for Platypus. Spaghetti, though, Telekinetic, they're bold. They want to go in and start trading some blows. They're slowly encroaching on KGO's side of the map. And you know, this is the advantage of 3 power relays to none, is that G's kind of has to stay back and fight the drones, or they're going to lose their turrets to the superior drone strength of KGB.
Yeah, it gives KGB free reign, in which they already had almost absolute reign for most of the game. So I don't know. At this point, they're just probably going to hope that KGO has one little bit of overextension and take somebody out. African really needs to get in there and disable Telekinetic, but without going in too much ahead of his team so that he loses his life before anybody's able to do anything.
Kai caught off guard. Can she get away? Zatanna pretty good at escaping, but not against the whole team. And that's what KGB is waiting for. An ultimate from G's is going to go down, but they're going to have to back away. Not quite enough damage. And you know, now they're not going to have Kai when the power relay comes back up, and Kai is one of their strongest damage dealers on the team right now. Yep,
that's the mistake that KGB was looking to capitalize on, and they had their camera in that tri-stealth pad that was right around there, so they saw her coming up, they caught her, and they took advantage of it. After they take out this turret, they basically can decide what it is that they want to do. They're probably just going to nab that power relay.
Oh, are they actually going to try to pick up some kills here? There's an ultimate Telekinetic, but all the KGO players are right on top of that, backed away in time. Can they actually go and engage here? Jeez doesn't have an ultimate, so the Wonder Woman ultimate doesn't have much to follow up with. African going down fast. Spaghetti ultimates in there, and there's just no damage output on KGO's side. They all go down so fast. East is trying to get away, but I don't think he has any chance of escaping here.
Yep, an utter annihilation, and Kai is the only one alive. And as we saw how quickly Kai went down last time, I don't know that he can put up too much of a defense against this.
Yeah, he's got to hide behind turrets. It looks like Blue Freeze and 9 going for a Doomsday device. The rest continuing to push onward. If they kill this turret, the bottom's being pushed hard right now just by their drones. And then they have to use a Doomsday device with the power core turrets. Kai trying to run a stalling battle here, but it's a very tough battle.
They're not even concerned with getting the rest of the power relays. They have literally everything that there is to have essentially in the game.
Telekinetic goes down to a great but the drones finish off Kai. That was still probably worth it, though, taking down Telekinetic, I think.
That's probably true. They have 45 seconds of freedom, but no, I don't know. That's actually not true at all because they have their Doomsday device looming above their heads right now.
Who has it? Is it 9 who has it?
Yeah, I think it's actually Batman. I think Blue Freeze has it.
Yep, you're right. Blue Freeze has that Doomsday device. They're all going back to heal up. They have 55 seconds to use that device, so they can go back, heal up, and then decide what lane they want to push. They're going to have to go without Telekinetic if they want to use a Doomsday device. but that's probably okay with them. They have a giant bomb, so they can play a 4 and 5.
I think that it comes down to whether African or Spaghetti play their cards more right, because Spaghetti can go in there and deal damage to the back lines, but African can get in there and stop 9 from doing any damage, and they're not going to take too much hits from Blue Freeze or Platypus, because of course Blue Freeze is aggressive, but he's not going to deal as much damage as 9 is going to. If they can take 9 out before Spaghetti, or if Spaghetti doesn't deal too much damage to the back lines, they might be able to do something. But it looks like KGO was split, and they're in the top lane. Hopefully they're on their way back. Yeah, it looks like they have decided to go back, anticipating that push.
There's a Doomsday device. One turret goes down, the other one at half life. And now there's only a single power core turret left. Again, KGO is down 0-1. If they lose this game, they do not win a tournament. They get second place. KGB will be the champions. Only one power core turret stands in KGB's way right now.
And just to rub salt in the wound, it looks like they're even getting that final Raider, and now the telekinetic is back up. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that KGB's gonna win, but KGB's gonna win.
It's looking really dire for KGO, but man, it's just been a heck of a game. 32 minutes in, and you know this is actually the part in the game where comebacks are almost easiest right now. Yes, they're behind massively in credits, but when everyone's high level, your skills are so powerful that it's actually, you can easily get just an annihilation. Wonder Woman ultimate gets the whole team, then you know E's ultimates and G's ultimates to kill the whole team. And yeah, counterattack wouldn't end the game. There's too many turrets, but they could then take all 3 power relays, and all of a sudden the momentum could swing back in their favor. So KGB still has to be very careful. They can't let themselves be caught up by like a chain of ultimates from Wonder Woman, G's, and E's.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the KGB is a little bit confident in their abilities right now. 9 has even built an entry Aegis just to protect himself a little bit against that Wonder Woman or that ultimate from Gia. So I don't know. I think there's going to be one big last battle, and KGO has put up such a fight against KGB. I think this is the longest that anybody has lasted when they've been fighting KGB.
I don't think anyone's ever gone past the 30-minute mark. Some teams have lasted 20, 25, at least in tournament games. But it looks like KGB is poising for that final push. Power core relays don't come up for about another minute. So right now they still have the super drones pushing on both lanes right now. And they're taking their time though. They're being a little bit patient. I think they want to wait until this drone wave pushes to the turret, so they have drones hitting from both sides. Then they'll make their big move in to try to secure the win.
That's all they really need, and that turret is going to go down so quickly, especially with 9 being level 19 cyborg, just turret murderer.
I mean, KGO almost has to send one of their. Okay, yeah, Kai's going down here. You have to send someone down to stop those drones. At least you 4-bodied in the top. Can Kai clear that and get back in time? Yes. Buying them to even more time. Spaghetti decides to go in hard with Shazam. Telekinetic uses ultimate as well. African goes down fast. But G's with a good ultimate. Spaghetti uses stasis to stay alive for a bit. And oh, he somehow escapes from that. Kai's trying to pick off people, but it's just too much damage now. The turret went down. The power core relay is going down fast as well. And KGO put up a heck of a fight, but KGB takes us down 2-0. And they are going to be your grand champions, taking down a first place prize of $3,000.
It was still really interesting to see Telekinetic go in and die one last time by using Afterburn to just jump into the enemies.
That's his trademark, right? It's kind of his trademark. He goes in there, jumps in. But, you know, this was just an insanely hard-fought match. Kai in particular was able to get a lot of kills here. The Starheart with the... He opened a Marauder ring, which helps so much out when you're solo laning, just clearing out the drones. And, of course, the power damage is absolutely insane with that. He also got the Amplifier, so he got power penetration with that Marauder ring as well. And then, you know what's interesting? He actually added the Speed Force battery later on in the game. That's an item you don't see too often.
I mean, I think people build it like just in terms of silliness. I think they know that it's kind of good to use, but they don't necessarily need to use it. It's like you said, like when Doomsday uses it, just like blink from behind and charge somebody out. I don't know. It's a fun item, and especially when you're Zatanna. Yeah.
I mean, she's already so mobile. You get the blink on her, and they think they got out of range, so you can't hit that combo.
Right.
And all of a sudden you blink after them, and it's like, oh no, she's right on my tail again. But that was just an insane match there. So, you know, I think what it started turning around, it almost seemed like early on KGO was looking so good because every engagement African was able to hit those insane Wonder Woman ultimates that really just disrupted the entire KGB team.
Yep.
But then there was a turning point where I think it was about like 18 minutes in the game. I think she tried to like circle around behind at one point, And basically, by the time she got to where she wanted to use the ultimate, Wonder Woman, she was taken out so fast. And Wonder Woman's a tanky character. She's really tough, but she will go down eventually. So you want to get to the center really fast. And KGB did a great job of making sure that they kind of took her out before she could really use that ultimate.
Yeah, definitely the biggest thing was relying on Telekinetic's ultimate. And
yeah.
the point of having Telekinetic be able to be alive is to be able to use his ultimate. But African knew that he needed to get in there and use it. But I think he was so focused on trying to take Telekinetic out that he kind of made the mistake of ignoring the rest of the team, as well as the fact that Platypus was so intent on keeping Telekinetic alive that, you know, even if Telekinetic would go down, the rest of the team would be able to pick up the stragglers because they were so focused on killing Telekinetic. There was no damage going out to the rest of the team.
There was Platypus had one of the sickest saves ever when Telekinetic was running away in the top lane almost dead, and it was Jeez who threw a glaive through after him. Platypus jumped in the way to take the hit because Jeez would have died if it hit him, and then Jeez was about to use the ultimate, and then Platypus instantly stopped that with the root stun. Platypus is just an amazing support.
Absolutely. I think that the choice of Wonder Woman was definitely better than Atomic Poison Ivy in terms of the team comp. It worked out much better for them, and once they learned to focus that, they had even turned it in their favor for a little while, but KGB just kind of got their game bases on. I think they were playing around a little bit. I think they were kind of overconfident in their abilities. They overextended in the top lane. We saw Telekinetic even got caught out a couple of times. But once they decided to give him that support that he needed, and once they decided to just group in every situation, KGO couldn't really do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is confident. He's like, well, Platypus and I, we can just take on anyone, right? But KGO is good enough to know if they have 3-4 people, even with Platypus, you know, 4-on-2, they can go and secure those kills. But an absolute crazy game there. Telekinetic ended it with 22 kills.
It's just absurd.
No one on the rest of the team actually ever got any kills. Like, the next highest was Spaghetti with 5.
I do want to personally apologize to Kai too for being so objective to the Zatanna choice. I still am going to say that maybe you would do even better with somebody else, but that Zatanna play was incredible, landing so many blind skewers in the stealth pads and doing exactly what you needed to do. I think it was just an overall team composition. She didn't seem to have been the ideal pick, but you definitely were really good at playing her.
Yeah, I mean, the damage output she did to a single targets in those engagements was really insane.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's almost a situation where basically she had a similar role to almost what Cyborg often has, where you pick a target and you kill it.
Right.
In a different form using the skills, but her cooldown was so low she could almost cast the skill as fast as you could do a basic attack.
Absolutely, but just the general killing power on KGB was so good. But congratulations to KGB.
Yeah, a great performance by them, and an absolutely fantastic job. And KGB is going to be your official winners of the IC Winter Open, winning $3,000. KGO in second, $1,500, and of course Nonstop Gaming in third, winning that $500 prize. Thank you all guys for joining us. I've had a blast. I'm Nick. Megan, you had a blast too?
Oh, of course. Wait, do I really need to tell you that? This is obviously amazing. This was our first tournament, and it was very close. It wasn't, at least it wasn't a total stomp. I'm glad KGO was able to get in there and show KGB that they're not necessarily going to be the best forever.
Yeah, it was a hard fought. KGB may have more competition in the future. Stay tuned to InfiniteCrisis.com to figure out how to play and to follow news on Infinite Crisis. And also remember to stay tuned to MLG.tv for more updates about Infinite Crisis and other gaming events. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.